So you came off Criminal Minds and you wanted to go out on a limb a bit. You know, what did you do between then and making this? Like, did you have a lot of shows, a lot of ideas? Did you pitch widely?
I'll go back a little bit more. When I was in England, I realised that the system there was predicated against the writer. That I was never. I was the legend of my own bedroom on Spooks. I brought the spies to Spooks. I brought the real spies, 3 of them. So I brought the detail. They gave us amazing detail. But I would write my script and I'd meet the producer once a week, or and he'd say my script was shit or it was good or whatever, and that was it. And I wanted to learn to produce what I wrote, and I wanted to learn to produce it. I wanted to learn to direct it. I wanted to learn to edit it. I wanted to learn all those things, and the British just weren't going to give me a chance. And I wasn't all right with that. And also I could see in my head, I was going, if we continue down the road we're going other than the BBC and ad revenue dries up, they're going to start relying more on people who can actually do everything. So I managed to I blagged a job in I was asked, actually, I was invited to be fair, like some people had seen my work. Another writer called Tony Gilroy, who's a really good friend of mine, he said, you do need to go to LA. So I went there and I did 38 meetings in 4 weeks, and I ended up on Without a Trace. And they assumed that I knew how to produce what I write, edit what I wrote, and they didn't. I didn't know. I was like, I didn't even know the hierarchy. But so it was definitely a difficult moment. So then I was going to come home, and then I met Ed Bonero, who was a former police officer from Chicago, who'd created a show called Third Watch with John Wells, and I fell in love with him, and I hung out with him on Third Watch for a bit. And he really threw me under a bus, properly threw me so hardcore under a bus, and he made me edit what he wrote. And he actually confessed last week, because I went to help him out, he asked me to come help him on a show, that he thought my edit was shit. I was like, really? In front of a few people, I was like, really? It was shit? I thought it was quite, he said, I had to let it go because I told you to do it. I went, wow, because I was terrified you'd think it was shit, because I thought you'd fire me. He said, well, no, it was, And then he got given an overall deal after he left Third Watch, which was, he was given scripts from CBS. It's called Quantico. I went, and I read it, I went, oh, it's quite good. Why do you think it's good? I said, because it's a bit like Waking the Dead, which I walked on as profiling. And then we renamed it Criminal Minds. It was really hard. That was the first 2 years was tough. And we were up against ABC's Lost, and ABC had a weird deal on it. So we were competing against Lost, and we weren't loved. And then suddenly people started to find the show, and then so I was there for 6 years, and then and I just was like, I can't do it. And I said, I can't do it. I had another year on my deal to go, and my career at that point had been quite blown me away. I was still working, but I'd been on hit shows all the way through, and I felt like I needed to leave. I needed to get kicked in the nuts, really, and so So I left. I got a deal with Sony, and I got kicked in the nuts a lot. shit. And I did it, but I had to feel that everything I'd been on had been successful, not just because, obviously, me, because of other people around me, and I got lucky, I don't know, but I got, and then that's when Versailles came. And then I thought, here's all the reasons why I should do it. I know how to do it, and I know how to produce, and I know this is a fearless story. This is a story that's interesting to me. So that's why I eventually went, right, I need to do this, because the wind had changed direction massively in Los Angeles, and I'd realised that the whole of the independent movie industry was gone, evaporated.